I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicapper's Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads. I'm with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Sunday, September 30th races at Hastings. First post, as always, is at 1:50. 10 minutes to 2 o'clock on Football Sunday, but we're going to have 7 live races headed by the $75,000 Ascot graduation, of course, for the 2-year-old Colts and Geldings, going a mile on the 16th, and that'll be a good one. That's in race number 6.
Yes, that's a good card they put together. Keep an eye on the pick 5 on Saturday. The current carryover for Saturday is about $3,500, so see how that plays into your bets on Sunday. As Mike mentioned, 7 on tap. The first is a $4,000 claim event, non-2 lifetime for 3-and-up Colts and Geldings. Field of 6. I went to a girl in here. I went to Forever Crystal, ran a good second behind her stablemate, Great Blake, recently. Great Blake came back to win again, impressively in a 4 non-3. So I'm going with the girl here, Maven, to kick off the opener on Sunday. Forever Crystal over Kaki's Command, who got a big buyer his first start for Glenn Todd. Broke his maiden by 5 under Aaron Garrard, got it 56. Followed it up in the slop with, first time against winners, and he was hooked on the head end the whole way. They went pretty
22-145.
Pretty quick for these kind of horses.
Yeah,
and he faded, but he could make amends today. I got him in the second. I put Desi, Judah Bell's horse. He's dropping down from the 16,000 level. Forward non-2 should suit him very nice. I went 5-1-4.
Yeah, the one horse, Kaki's Command. I can't get past this horse. There's no speed in the race. This horse should get the lead. No Great Blakes in here.
Yeah.
Won't need to go the crazy fractions he went last time, and should have a fun time of it on the head end like he did 2 starts back, and it's going to be tough to beat. I put the 4-horse Desi in for second on the class drop, and I thought the horse was worth mentioning, but still, there's no flow in there, and there's just no pace. That's the difficult part about Desi or for the mare Forever Crystal. Is just there's no speed in the race to make him a winner. But still, you got no price with Kaki's Command, but likely a winner. I went 1, 4, and 5 in the Sunday opener. On to race number 2. Got $4,000 claimers here, going 6.5 furlongs. I ended up on the 7, Peyton's Best. I thought he ran a winning race last time. Got reeled in late by Across the Line and Brother Rod. I was between 7 or 6 or 6 and 7.
Yeah.
I mean, they're interchangeable for me. Brother Rod just was off 3 months or a couple of months, and made a good excellent comeback run for trainer John Morrison, who of course is having another great season. I thought those were your 2 horses. Peyton's Best, I thought, was just because there's no speed. Again, there's no speed in this race. Seeking Asylum has some, but he's not really a fast horse. There's nothing inside. They're 23 and change horses inside of him. Peyton's Best is going to be really tough with the way because he chased some fast fractions last time. He was the only speed horse anywhere near the finish that particular day. So, I put the 4-horse Santa Fe Trail in for third. I went 7-6-4.
I agree. I went the other way. I went to Brother Rod, but I'm with you. It's Peyton's Best or Brother Rod. Those would be the 2 I'd play in here. I got Brother Rod on top of Peyton's Best for the reasons you mentioned. I just went the other way. I'm hoping that there's a little bit of pace in here to press Peyton's Best. It should set up well for Brother Rod. And I threw in McCallum in the 3rd spot for trainer Cindy Krasner. Had a brutal trip last time, just kind of, trailed the field, didn't really show much. Something went amiss that day. The fact that Hamill sticks with him, I find encouraging. Good enough to put him in the 3rd spot. I went 6, 7, and 2 in the 2nd. On to the 3rd, Fillies and Mares, non-2 lifetime for 4,000, field of 7. Cindy Krasner again. I went to Eco Charge, taking the big drop down from the 16 non-3s, where she's been competitive. second behind
running well.
Classic Statement, 3rd behind Northern Storm, Mayfair Lady. Now into a straight 4 non-2. She has to be a handful in here under Aaron Greyer. Eco Charge for me. I put the 7 Chances, who ran a good second behind a nice field in the Mark Pucci barn, and Yes Please last time. Should be good enough for second in here again. 7 Chances. And who did I put in 3rd? I threw in Aspired for 3rd. Ran 2 good races, and then last time in the slop did not run very well, faded. But throw that race out. You go back to those previous 2 where she was running 2nd behind Future Games and Jaina. Should be good enough for her to hit the board in here. I went 6, 7, and 1.
I have the same 3 horses. It's tough to get past Eco Charge. I mean, that's a big class drop. This is a huge company change for Eco Charge. This horse should destroy the field, but we'll see. But no work since the race. It's been 3 weeks since the horse ran, but still, this horse is miles the best on paper, and should be tough. If she doesn't win, I thought the one Aspired was the next best. you touched on it. The sloppy track last time, the horse didn't like at all. Hopefully, it's not. It's supposed to rain a little bit on Sunday too, but the horse did regress last time in the slop, and prior to that, her races were quite good, and she was kind of getting close to a victory. But might be the main danger to Eco Charge, and I put the 7. I agree, 7 chances. Does have an outside draw, but still a good runner-up effort to a very sharp yes please last time. I went 6, 1, and 7. On to the fourth race, $4,000 claimers, non-3 lifetime, fillies and mares going 6.5, and the aforementioned yes please on the far outside is the horse to beat. Took advantage of dropping in for 4,000, been waiver claimed twice in a row now, and it's going to be tough again. I don't really see anyone that can. Maybe the 2-horse and Otis could throw a little monkey wrench into things, but they're both going to be favored. The 8 will be a 2-1 or 8-5, and Otis will be 5-2. I think those are your 2 horses, 8 and 2. On paper, they're just some way better horses. And I put the 6-horse Carol's Command, who ran well in like a normal non-3-4. With Jaina and Carol's Command, it wasn't tough. But just that's your regular non-3 $4,000 horses. But this race is coming up tougher with a dropper like a Otis and a very sharp and protected yes please. So I went 8, 2, and 6.
I do not have much to add. I agree. Yes please, out of the Mark Cluche barn. Well, she's,
this horse would be in for more money if it wasn't waiver claim.
Yeah, exactly.
Would not be in for 4.
She's run 4 times, 2 wins, a second and a third. She's right there every time since, and the first time she ran third was for Maiden 25. Gets beat ahead for Maiden 4. Right, she's just rolling through her conditions. There's no reason she can't win today.
Lost for 4.
I don't know how she ever lost for 4. And the one that could upset her is a Notice, who ran a good second the day she was claimed off Mark Cluche, and an 8 non-3 behind a very tough filly and Tattooed Kitty. Tried at 12.5 now, and here in a 4 non-3. She should be tough. As Mike mentioned, it's those 2. Pick one for third. I threw in Miss Viola. Disappointing finish last time after setting all the early fractions. That was her first time around the track. She might get better in her second start over the Hastings Oval. 8, 2, and 7 for me. In the 4th, on to the 5th. Maiden 12.5 for 2-year-olds going 3.5 furlongs.
I thought we got rid of these races.
Yeah, the 3.5. I went to the 4, a newcomer, Fitz Dares, son of Pop Artist of the Dino Condolingo's barn. Nice 36 and 2 work. Dino's had a very good year with his 2-year-old, so trying to beat Numani's Reward is probably going to be a short price. But Fitz Dares for me. I put another first-time starter, Marshall Swindle out of the Mike Anderson barn, a daughter of Shrug, who has a nice 36 and 2 gate work as well for James Redicott. Marshall Swindle, and then Numani's Reward I put in for third. I mean, he's been running against way tougher horses throughout his career, and making his 7th start now in for 12.5. Numani's Reward for me in for third. 4.72.
I went Numani. I did nothing to. I don't like these races at all, and they're, especially at this time of year, they don't really serve a lot of purpose for these horses. But I guess they're ones that at the end of the year give an owner a shot to get a purse going 3 furlongs, but
or get a 2-year-old a start.
I guess. But Numani's Reward has experience. Experience usually wins these races. They break well. They do everything right. And that's 3.5 furlongs. You can't make a mistake or you lose.
Yeah.
And Numani's Reward will likely break well, show good speed, and be tough to beat. I agree with the 5, Carlin, I put the 5 Carlin in the mix.
Yep.
Another daughter of Shrug. Shrug's what a great season he's had. Poor guy. Of course, passed away, but his sons and daughters have been doing really well. He's got a pile of them in here. He's got the 5, 6, and 7. But Carlin worked well for a good barn. Gold Accent was a nice mare, so perhaps live here at first asking. I put the 4-horse Fitz Dares for another good outfit with babies. Dino Condolinios of the Swift Thoroughbreds, a son of Pop Artist. He's 36 and 2 final prep. Actually did work with Marshall Swindle there that day. I know I was at the Gap that day, and those 2 did work together. But I thought that horse, maybe Fitz Dares, was good enough to be third. Marshall Swindle I left out, but it's just one of those races. Look at him in the paddock.
Yep.
Let's see what, hopefully make it tipped off onto something that's live. I went 2, 5, and 4 in the 5th. On to the 6th race. This is the Ascot graduation.
Nice.
A mile 16th. That's where we're supposed to be going with babies. A mile on the 16th. Field of 9 going postward. I like the 6-horse Explode. I was really impressed with his maiden score.
Yeah.
He got beat by Call It a Wrap 2 starts back, only because he got pressured hard on that August 12th race by, I think it was Numani's Reward. Actually really really was rubbing alongside him the entire backstretch and bothering him most of the race, and he still hung on tough and just got beat in the end. But he made no mistakes last time. 1:18-1 was a really good time. He's by trap shot out of a King Mambo mare. The distance should just suit him to a T. I like Explode to defeat the 8 that day. Who will be your favorite off of his win in the Jack Diamond Futurity? Nice win over a Ranger and call it a wrap. But time was fine. Although he did have a 2-month layoff going into the Futurity, so maybe there's more there. He's another one that might appreciate the distance change, and the 3-horse Stay Fantastic was my third horse. Another one by Stay Thirsty at a Carson City mare. Crying out for distance, and this horse is, I think, alive as well. I think those are your 3 horses that really want to go. The other one he didn't mention was the Valentine Kid for a bit of a price to throw in there. I know he's a maiden, but he just looks like he wants to run long. He's a big, lanky thing, and I think the mile 16th will suit him to a T. But I like Explode. I really like this horse. I went 6, 8, and 3.
I got the same 3. I went the other way. I went to Dat Day. To run down, Explode. Explode's going to be on the lead. He's going to be your horse. He has to get by.
He's sitting second with Ring of Kerry, probably.
But I think Dat Day is going to do really well at the distance, so that's why I put him on top of Explode. But I agree with Mike. Those are the 2 that you really have to watch out for here. Those would be the 2 that I would have in my late pick 4 tickets or my pick 5 tickets. And I agree. Stay Fantastic. You go back and look at that race. That was a really live heat. His first start that he won, beating Honky Tonk Woman, Explode. That was a very good race that he was in that day. And then the timing.
He was off, and then
the timing wasn't great
for
him to run back in the Jack Diamond Futurity, and had a brutal trip in there. That's likely not to happen here in a mile 16th. It's going to be a little more spread out and a better trip for him under top jock Enrique Gonzalez.
Patty Duro is interesting too. That horse drew well.
Yep.
Might like the distance. Kind of a good looking colt, and that might like the mile 16th as well. I don't want to not mention that one.
Yep. No, another one to throw in there for a price to round out your tries. I went 8, 6, and 3 in the Ascot. On to the 7th, an 8 and on 3 for 3 and up Colts and Geldings. I always seem to pick Maven in the last. Number 4, Mustachio.
Tough to get by him in this race.
Good second behind Sheriff Clark last time. Got a 52 buyer. Looks to be the main danger. He's got a good style for the race.
There's no speed in the race.
Yeah, he's going to be
crushed on the pace last time. 23-1, 46-4.
Yeah, going a mile 16.
He was impressive.
Yeah, he ran a big race. So Mustachio for me. Over the dropper in here, AF India, the Nancy Betts barn. Ran 6 last time for 16. That 3-year-old race with a European Ruggiero and that, but he only got beat a length and a quarter, so he was right there. AF Indy for me in the second spot, and I threw in He's Got Ego, who was just behind Mustachio last time. 4-6-5 for me.
I agree. The 4 and 6 for the horses. Mustachio, if he doesn't win, the 6 AF Indy is going to be really dangerous. Easier horses and stretching out. The horse is a better route horse. His 2 best races this year, I thought on paper. Since coming to Hastings, we're going a mile 16. But Mustachio, this horse ran so good last time, way too good to lose. Had to battle on the head end the whole way, and still was boxing on well at the end of the race, and held off closers like He's Got Ego, and I just thought Mustachio ran well. So I went 4-6, and I was between He's Got Ego or Cyclone Down. I thought Cyclone Down, I give him a shot for third. He's back out at a better distance. He sprinted last weekend, and you don't want to sprint. He's a good route horse. He actually ran second to He's Got Ego last time. But I went 4, 6, and 2 in the Sunday finale. That'll do it for our analysis of the Sunday afternoon program. Next up on screen will be a quick recap of those selections. Back in race number 1, I did go to the 1-horse Kaki's Command. I got a 1, 4, and 5. Race number 2, I went to the 7, Peyton's Best, 7, 6, and 4. Race number 3, probably the likely heavy favorite, number 6, Eco Charge. Going to go 6, 1, and 7. Race number 4, the 8, Yes Please, has just been on a roll lately. Going to go 8, 2, and 6. Race number 5, I went to the 2, Numani's Reward, over the 5, Carlin, and the 4, Fitzstairs. And race number 6, the Fantasy, I did go to the 6, Explode. Going to go 6, 8, and 3. And in the finale, I went to the 4, Mustachio. Going to go 4, 6, and 2.
On to my picks, there we go. Back in the first, I went to the filly, the Marax, the number 5, Forever Crystal, over the 1, the 4. The second, I went to the 6, Brother Rod, over the 7, the 2. And the third, I agree with Mike. Actually, I agree with him in the next 2. Eco Charge in the third looks really tough over the 7 and the 1. The fourth, Yes Please, looks to be the main danger in there. 8, 2, 7 I went. In the fifth, I went to the first time start of the Dino Barn. The 4, Fitzstairs, over the 7 and the 2. In the 6th, the Ascot, I went to the 8, Dat Day, over the 6, Explode, and the 3, Fantastic. And the Nightcap, I agree with Mike on number 4, Mustachio, over the 6 and the 5. we go.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to Handicapper's Corner. Our next live cards will be next Sunday and Monday. We do have, of course, next weekend when we run Sunday. No live racing Saturday, but well, of course, lots of simulcasting going on. But the next live card will be Sunday at 1:50, and of course, the holiday Monday, Thanksgiving, also another 1:50 post. And that day will feature the Ballerina for the Fillies and Mares, their championship race, going 1 1/8, and also the BC Premiers for the older Colts and Geldings, going 1 3/8, headed by Absolutely Stylish and Calgary Caper, and the mare race will be headed by Reginella and Larry Fielding's horse.
And Notice the Jewel.
Notice the Jewel.
Yeah.
And Touching Promise trying to get a third Ballerina. They'll all be in attendance next weekend, so that'll be a lot of fun. Some more championship races as we do wind down the 2018 season. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend for Handicapper's Corner.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do